either White Wolf Hunters or Call of Cthulhu where there are those kind of systems built in. Like, I mean, there's literally the hermits or waywards and hunter that hear the voices so good they go literally crazy.
So that is true. Also, hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Howdy.
So, we've just been talking shop. Um, and after discussing some, I think I'm going to lay out some options for tonight. Baloo can't make it. Father duties is keeping him away.
Fair enough.
So the plan was hirelings. The long and short of it is that Jax, you feel like Jimmy reached the end of his arc and wouldn't be here. And since we are in functionally a dungeon crawl, is not equipped. Is not a character built for that, since he was built for more like social maneuvering and stuff.
Yeah, he was built a lot more for social RPs and short, quick engagements. He's kind of just like an all or done.
Well, on that, I'd also add that like Glade was also built for things like that. Would that be fair to say, Michael? Like Glade is a very socially built character.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I kind of I knew that this was going to be a dungeon crawl, but I mean, I still went with the choices that I went. I would say she's a bit of both. Glade is or Key's a bit of both. The yeah. I mean, if we need to retire Madame Rouge, I have plenty of other backup characters that I'm more than happy to play with.
No, no. But I have been thinking about the hirelings quite a bit. So I had built this last adventure as like to be like perfectly candid. I had built this last dungeon, this last adventure to possibly be like the last outing of the hirelings of Party B. Mostly because we're in like Act 3 with Party A with the Prime Party, and I think we talked we talked a little bit about it today, and we talked a little bit about it last hireling session. I think where after introducing the hirelings, which have been great, it feels like we've been doing the hirelings a lot, and we are losing focus from our main plot. I have been considering that by the end of this dungeon, perhaps that is like the end of Party B, like their adventure is complete, right? I'm not 100% on that, but a lot of my thought process involves like you guys are almost going to be as strong, if not as strong, as the main party.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, this is side content. But it's like slowly inching towards like maybe taking over as like main content. And I don't think we want that ultimately. If we still need like a side game to facilitate people's schedules and stuff, right? I've been thinking that like after this dungeon we do like a party C, once again start with like level 3 characters and do more like low level stuff again. Before I declare anything like that, though, I do want to get everyone's opinions on that. And for today, for the purposes of this dungeon, I would allow respecs if people have stuff about their characters that they're kind of iffy on and they want to shuffle around, right? Then we can work on that. But also, like, in Jimmy's case, and I won't say that this dungeon won't have the possibility for social stuff, but it is kind of like built in like the old OSR kind of like we're shooting and looting, you know. Largely, like if there's gonna be social stuff, it kind of has to be like a decided effort on your part, which is admittedly kind of an issue when half the party is like geared towards social encounters. They can happen, right? There are definitely some like NPCs and people in here that you can interact with, but I had designed this dungeon to be kind of a gauntlet of major encounters to fill in the days when not everybody can be here as we're building up to the finale of our main campaign. And if people aren't having fun with their characters, right, that obviously needs to be addressed. If people feel like their characters are not appropriate, that needs to be addressed. Ultimately, this is like your guys' game, right? So I don't want to like, while I would prefer largely that we don't end up like 4 for 4, make a whole fresh party for a storyline that we've introduced with these characters. Like Jax made a very solid, like when we were talking a little bit ago, Jax made some very solid points about how playing Jimmy in this scenario is not something you had prepared for, right? And would like to play a character more suited. And we could conceive a reason why a new character might be in here, right? So that possibility is open, I would say. I also don't want to like take up all of tonight's session with that, but I know like a 5e is old hat for you. You could probably like whip up a character at least mechanically in 10 minutes. And
yeah, it's usually not hard for me.
But that said, I would like to know y'all's thoughts. I would like to know if there's anything else we need to address, because I did my best to design this dungeon as a challenging 10th level dungeon. And so I want everybody to be confident in the characters that they made.
Here's my opinion. I don't give a damn whether if it's in the story or not. If there's just a new character there because there's a new character there, I'm fine with it. I'm more about Jax having fun than even telling the story right, because you got to enjoy what you're doing. If you're not, then piss on the rest. So that's where I'm at with it.
Bless you, bud.
And I would also say that for anybody right now that would want to re-roll a tune. I know I don't have to design the dungeon, but I mean, from my perspective, $20 for this is a significant amount of money. So I want to have fun while I'm doing it. So that's where I stand.
Exactly.
And
right.
also, I'm playing my artificer because I like my artificer, so I'm not changing anything. So.
Yeah.
I already used my one respec for hireling, so I'm staying as is.
You did. You can respec again. It's fine.
No, it's okay. I will leave my multi-personality schizo character for after we deal with the princes. Because that's kind of a character design that I want to be an active character and not a passive character.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave that idea still chaotically bouncing in my head for our next adventure. Because I'm perfectly fine with Botan. After I made that Swarmkeeper change from Gloomstalker, I've been a lot happier.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Mud. Like, as long as we're all, it may like kind of, it kind of sucks to have to retcon and kind of like cut and paste new characters. Oh, who's this type of shit. But I mean, if we're not having fun, then something like we want to do what's fun as opposed to not what makes sense, but just what fits best.
And I want to say my whole idea for the hirelings too was so we could play D&D when we weren't going to be playing D&D anyway. So
Yep.
it's still better than nothing, regardless of what the decision is. I still think it's.
All right. No, I agree.
I'll tell you this much, Jax. There ain't no Shino for you to be engulfed in and be reborn this time.
You know what though? Jimmy can decide that he wants to help Leo keep an eye out, and also possibly protect the portal back home.
Sounds good.
So, as far as I understand, then the only person who might be interested in making a whole new character is Jax, correct?
It does sound like it.
You gonna keep the name? You gonna be Jimmy Wells Seer?
Jimmy swells too.
Swimmy gels. What kind of character did you want to come up with, Jax? Or just something that's more suited for dungeon crawls as opposed to RP?
Yeah, kind of. If like he says, it's more of an OSR. I kind of want to try my healing rogue that's only possible in Eberron anyway.
Cool. How do you feel about being a ritual sacrifice?
I mean, the background would probably be House Agent to be a marker healing halfling anyway, so it'd be perfect. I sent to infiltrate, got caught, and now I'm about to die.
Understood. Let's roll with it. You should already have a character, a fresh sheet at the top of the journal called Jimmy's Backup. Tell us about your fellow that we're going to be meeting. I guess fellow is a bit presumptuous. Tell us about this agent. Tell us about this healing rogue. Also, if you have token art, send it to me so I can whip up a token for you as we're talking about this.
Don't have him multitask. You roll that character first. You roll the character first, and we'll do the other stuff after.
I actually want to steal this art I found while looking up cyberpunk jackets from Shadowrun.
Ooh, that's really
And-
cool.
And Cecil is a house agent's house agent. They spent their life in the background, just kind of paying attention, just getting by. The house was everything. It was more or less of honor, and following the rules just made everything easy. And he noticed that everything kind of just didn't pay attention to him. So he faded more and more into the background and learned that that was actually really useful for the house because he heard a lot. But being a halfling of House Jurasco, he found out that on a lot of stealth missions, someone with a little bit of healing magic was worth big money. And being a house agent, he was able to take a lot of high-profile contracts, being one of the few combat-able Jurascos to help other houses.
Very nice. After you build your character, I'm going to sneak you into secret chat just to give you some background about the place that you're in.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Because obviously you're here for a reason, yes?
Yes.
When you can, I would also appreciate possibly like shooting up a link or something to the artist page.
I think I still have it somewhere. I'll find it. Or if you want me to use a different one, I can just use the generic one that it's based off of.
No, I'm already making the token.
Okay, bet.
But what's her name? Pardon?
Cecil.
Cecil. I just like when using art. When using art, I like to make sure we're crediting
Definitely.
crediting the right people.
I can't character mancer Jimmy's backup yet.
What? Why not? How about now? You might have to close and restart the sheet.
Let me close and restart R20 real quick.
Very good. Thank you very much.
I gotta sign into Twitter.
You don't need to sign into Twitter.
It won't let me look at it. I'm not signed in on my browser. Actually, you know what? My VPN should know my password.
But tell us a little bit about the kit. Also, because it's going to be a later session than usual, for today, I'm going to knock $10 off.
Oh, that's what the map is. 8:30.
Come back.
That's
Wait, there might be a second drop now. I hope not. Did I miss much this time?
I don't think you missed very much. Is there going to be any other retcons or anything like that that we should be aware of with anybody else? Since that was on the table.
Nope. Not from me, Chief. Excuse me.
Because unite. Now roll 20's wanting to give me problems.
Oh no.
Phew. But it should be fine. It should be fine.
Fine, fine, fine.
Yeah.
Was I right about everyone's secondary class, if any, for hirelings?
You're good on mine.
Yeah. It was more, Jax, formerly known as Jimmy, and and Grunt and Leo, who I was like, I don't know if they're a straight artificer or a straight druid, or I don't know if Grunt took a dip into like cleric or something.
No, that was a magic initiate.
Yeah, and
Right, if I remember correctly. Also, welcome back.
Thank you.
anyone know what they're
That's
gonna
where my
do?
cleric spells are coming from. It's technically an artificer ability.
Ah,
It's this subclass is Maverick. It's not only Eberron only, it's Terry Baker only, isn't it? Or what's his butt only?
Keith Baker?
There you go.
Terry
Yeah,
Baker.
it's out of the freaking the source material that's not WotC approved.
Yeah, well, it's Keith Baker approved, and that's good enough for me when it comes to Eberron.
Well, that's partially what my character is too. A lot of it I took from those source books, like the even the feats and stuff. Because if you're gonna do Eberron, right?
Exactly. Lean hard. Shifter Artificer. Maverick subclass. It's the only thing we don't got is we haven't had any player play a Warforged yet, which is disappointing. But also I get it. 5e kind of did Warforged dirty.
Oh,
We
I kind of.
I have one built and ready to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We also
Yeah,
had
we did-
Quasar.
We did have
Like that.
Quasar, but
Yeah.
Forgot about
if you only stick around for a month,
Hmm.
then they're just a cameo.
I did really like the.
I mean,
though. That was
I can send Glade back. I can get a Warforged up and running. I got one ready to.
it'd be truly chaotic if three of us just switched it up and just a whole ass new character for a dungeon Denny prepared for characters that no longer exist. Jesus, this map is big. If I have to scroll out that far, wow.
Aren't you a subclass that is also Eberron only though, or Inquisitor? No, Glade. Isn't Inquisitor like Eberron only?
Changeling is, I believe, Eberron from core Eberron rules. Inquisitive? I don't remember.
Changeling is more fun in Eberron than regular, though.
Yeah, they've sort of they sort of allowed a lot of cross pollination, mostly because they couldn't stop them, and I mean, Forgotten Realms lore can kind of suck my nuts, to be perfectly honest. Like, if we're gonna talk about Forgotten Realms, so they picked Forgotten Realms as their new like default setting for D&D because it's easy, like it's the closest like generic fantasy setting that's like marketable, that they sort of decided, and it's also, it happens to be the setting with the most books that Ed Greenwood gave up all the rights to. Like unlike something like Kryn, where the authors of the Dragonlance books still own most of the rights to Kryn, right? So they get paid whenever they do anything involving with Dragonlance, and WotC wouldn't want to do that. And Eberron, while Eberron is great, they tried to make Eberron the default setting in 4th edition, and because everybody ended up hating 4th edition, Eberron kind of took a hit with it. Eberron and Dark Sun. Now, Dark Sun is a setting that deserves more attention as well, but man, they're just. I feel like they just took a brief overview of the Forgotten Realms and they were like, "That's fine, that's good, rubber stamp it," and then like Ed Greenwood. Ed Greenwood says some shit. You know what? I got something actually. I got something that illustrates kind of my problems with the Forgotten Realms. Take a look at this, if you need. It kind of like sums up sort of one problem that is indicative of sort of the foundations of how the Forgotten Realms were built.
I gotta sign into Facebook now.
Sorry, that was sent to me, but I can still watch it if I open the link in a browser.
Oh.
Someone please get Ed Greenwood off of social media.
They really do.
Hey, the sword coast, all that stuff. Hey, what's like a little snippet of Forgotten Realms?
Given me almost as much cringe as I've got from reread Terry Goodkind books.
What's funny is I actually recently saw that video. I'm like, jeez, kind of the lore I kind of want.
World building. But yeah, Forgotten Realms. It's one of those settings that looks fine on the surface, and then the more you dig, the more you're like, ooh, ee. But you know.
Should I build melee or ranged?
Well,
Build what you want.
yeah. But if you're looking for a guidance, a Botan and Glade are pretty range heavy.
That's fair. Okay.
Brent could use a flanking buddy. Or honestly, I thought Glade would be more melee.
He's a bit of both.
I'm saying she.
I keep.
Glade. Thinking of Madame Rogue.
Yeah.
Changelings can be whatever, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when it comes to pronouns, my headcanon is like changelings are just like whatever suits you, pal, or whatever face I'm wearing.
The problem with Glade is they are a kind of like a standoffish but deadly in close quarters type of thing. Like I did build him as a more RP of like persuasion, deception, intimidation, insight, all that stuff. And then if need be, kind of like I'm cornered and I need to stab my way out, I can type of thing. So also good at a distance with like I mean I have spells. I just choose not to use them because I'm so
Same.
I have so few spell slots, and as a wizard it is my wizard heart, it is hard to like I can only use this 3 times, so I have to be stingy about it.
Theo is pretty spell frugal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here going like, I can't use this spell. What if I ever need it?
Yeah. Listen.
I summoned Tio once, and I'm like, oh god, I need a long rest to get that spell slot back. Terrified to cast 6th level.
What's terrifying about it?
Because I really want a magical girl transformation, but it's like one encounter. And so I've also prepared Disintegrate for probably one encounter.
Also one encounter.
I just really want a magical girl transformation more than just one encounter.
And I've used them on 0 encounter.
I have magical girl transform one. We were doing Hargrim's Brothers quest. That's when I did it.
Did it feel good? Do it again.
I want it.
Powerful magic.
I want to. It's just I don't know how serious some fights are gonna go, so I don't want to be like, all right, I'm gonna transform, and then we just 2-turn kill the baddie.
Maybe the only reason it was 2 turns is because you did transform.
Oh.
Yeah, I just blew your mind, I know. I think Hargrim seems pretty okay with his druid, but we should remember to offer him respect too if he wants.
Yeah. I sent him a message, like a DM, letting him know. That opportunity is on the table. And he's like, great, I'm still dealing with a sick kid and a sick dog. But yeah, he's aware. He's got that opportunity on the table. I think he's pretty happy with Leo as well. From the vibes of things.
He's just 3 pets away from turning on us all.
That's true.
Yeah, probably three pet slaughter jokes too.
Oh, Jimmy's gone. Just like my dad.
He's just up the ladder. Getting milk and cigarettes.
You want some cigarettes?
Want some cigarettes, kid?
So, has anyone planned out their potential 12th level for main cast and crew?
Oh, for main? I have no idea.
Yeah, for main. We're probably itching a level.
It's wizard time. Yeah, I've got my one level in fighter, so I'm good with that. So I'll probably just keep going with wizard. Or
You're not
yeah,
gonna get action surge?
I already do have action surge.
Not with 1 level. Action surge is 2.
Is it?
You get second wind at 1st level.
That's what I'm thinking.
Which is still pretty good.
Yeah, for a wizard, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, but if you action surge as a wizard, is it 2 actions or 2 attacks?
Two
Two
full
actions.
Oh, so you could do 2 spells.
Uh-huh.
Depending on the right spells, you can do 3 spells.
Damn.
If you are a sorcerer, you can cast 4 spells, depending on the right circumstances.
Hot damn.
I guess technically 5 with my spell slinging.
Yeah, action surge is a whole ass action. Just because it's tied to a fighter and they want to bonk with it doesn't mean anyone dipping into fighter has to bonk with it.
Interesting. See, I have a feeling that's gonna bite me in the butt because I'm gonna like go through. Well, I could. No, what? No, that is a great
Whatever you-
suggestion because I could do a spelled, I could do a leveled spell and then a cantrip because I'm always like, oh, well, I want to cast like a dispel magic, but then I could do a Toll of the Dead too. That's great. I might do that. I really do like the higher up wizard stuff because like I think once you get to level 14 or something like that, there's
14.
called um overchannel, which allows you to do max damage on any spell up to level 5. And then you get that once per long rest, and then you can do it more times, you just take 2d12 necrotic damage each time you do it.
So as a wizard, you can do it once.
Yeah.
Coming back to that.
I can do it twice, thank you very much. I'm above 50 now, thank you.
Is that wizard ability or is that evocation wizard ability?
I think it's just a wizard ability.
No, that's evocation.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
'cause
I've only ever played evocation, so.
the thing with wizards is you get cantrips, ASIs at 4th, 8th, 12th, 16th, 19th, and then at 18th we get spell mastery, and then signature spells at 20th. There's literally nothing from your subclass till 18th that's baked into the base wizard. Everything comes from your subclass and spells.
Hmm.
And I've recently looked at your evocation, and that's your 14th level evocation is the max damage thing.
Now I'm playing a 14th level evocation wizard in another campaign right now, and in one of my friends' campaigns. And holy shit, is it so fun. She almost she almost banned the use of prismatic spray because she's like, "Oh, you can add 1/7 level spell to your any casters you can have 1/7 level spell." I'm like, "You're coming home with me." And then she was like, "Oh, yeah," because she had to prove it, and she's like, "Okay, yeah, that's fine." And then I don't think she quite realized what it did until I actually started using it, and she's like, I regret ever giving you access to that spell." I'm like, "Oh darn,"
Yeah.
because like we had a an encounter with a pack of 9 wolves, and I used prismatic spray, and it was 13 wolves, and I killed 9 of them within the first round. It was great.
That's just on evocation spells you get max damage, right?
I think it's any spell. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't quite say, but
Yeah, it's just a wizard spell of 1st through 5th that does damage.
mm-hmm.
Man, that max level fireball that's gonna be resisted.
That's
Put
rude
it
of you to
onto a
say.
fire element. It won't even be resisted. It's just gonna heal him to full.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Any opportunity I can throw a little jab towards Theo, I will. My problem is,
I mean,
I'm gonna hit 12th wizard and then probably stop there, and then I'm just like, what do I do next?
sorcerer.
I'm thinking sorcerer. Yeah.
I also want to Hey Teddy, this next level up, can I take a feat instead?
Oh.
And as opposed to
I believe it's, I don't know. Let's look. Where are you?
On Samsung.
I do believe. Oh man, because I forget what the rules are. So when you can either level up or take a feat, or you level up and it's feat versus bonuses.
Oh, stat increases.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
take a feat.
It's
Fuck it.
it's feet or ASI.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Give me feet.
Cyril.
Yeah, Cecil.
Cecil, pardon me. Cecil, here's some things that I will lay out about your current situation. For the rest of the group to know. Not that your characters know, but for the party to know. You are a House Durasco agent, correct?
Yes.
Would you be okay with being from the Talented Plains?
Yeah, I can work with that.
I mean, there's not much of a difference, really. You're from the homeland as opposed to like being in Breland or something.
Okay, but I'm gonna be really snobbish and try to hide it and think the city ones are better. I grew up wanting to get to the city.
A lot of halflings in the Talented Plains do, from what I understand. So fair. And as a house agent, it does give you like good opportunity to travel.
This is
You were sent to a location. And I will tell you this location, right, in private chat. But you were sent here because House Tarasco is under the impression that House Thirani is possibly harboring a terrorist element. In particular, an extremist group known as the Emerald Claw. House Thirani in a nearby area has been aggressively trying to settle an island to the north. I'll give you more details in secret chat. House Thirani, in case anybody requires a reminder or some information, is a elven dragon marked house, like mostly purely elven, and their stuff, like their market, is entertainment, but also espionage. The Displacer Beast is their coat of arms animal. Is their totem, so to speak. And on the DL, sort of the open secret about House Thirani is that they train and send out assassins. This is antithetical to House Durasco. So even though, like, for most people, the general understanding is that House Thirani mostly has a rivalry with the other elven house, Philarin. There has actually been a very long, sort of like shadow conflict, kind of like a Cold War and spy versus spy sort of situation between Thirani and Durasco. Thirani deals with death and has, like, if the legends are to be true, has a long-standing, like an ancient connection with a now extinct house, also elven, with the dragon mark associated with death. That house no longer exists anymore. House Jarasco is, and particularly the Talenta Plains. House Jarasco has had this sort of like ethical friction with House Thorani for a long time. As well as the Talenta Plains have had skirmishes, and House Jarasco has as strong distaste for the country of Karnath because of its reliance on necromancy. Jarasco is a house that is all about life, right? The Emerald Claw is almost everybody's enemy. It, on paper, everyone should be opposed to the Emerald Claw and their activities. They are a violent extremist group. While it is a rumor, you and your team were sent to investigate. At some point, it went awry. After weeks of torture, you aren't entirely certain where you are specifically, but you do have a general idea. You have been kept in a prison cell for weeks and weeks, and they are preparing you as, I'm assuming you have a dragon mark?
Yes.
You've made aware that they are going to dispose of you. And they are going to extract you. You feel they're going to try and extract your magic power through some kind of ritual. You are weakened. You know that the rest of your team is a lot worse off. And your fellow halflings are elsewhere in this complex. You're pretty sure. This is... you've been separated often, but not for very long. And you are in the understanding that you are about to die.
I always knew it would end like this.
Don't worry. Some busybodies might want to interfere. But yeah, head down to Secret Chat, Poda, and I'll fill you in on some extra details. And we'll be right back.
Oh, I'm get the wrong character.
I was going to tell you, it shouldn't rightfully be as catchy as it is, but that, I don't know if you've heard that Electric Callboy and Baby Metal song, but I kind of fucking love it.
Oh, the...
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Yeah, the rat-a-tat-tat-tat. Yeah, that's pretty catchy.
I feel bad, but I love it. I shouldn't love it, but I love it.
I'm currently enthralled by the Bring Me Horizon collab where they did Kingslayer. Kingslayer's really good.
I'll have to look it up. I don't think I've heard it yet.
I haven't listened to all their songs yet because it's just like a recent obsession. But I'm like systematically going through them all and picking out my favorite. But as far as I know, like that collab with Bring Me the Horizon, Kingslayer is right at that top. It's so good.
I stumbled across them a few years ago when I was looking at K-pop pretty heavily. The one that really got me, though, I don't know if you've come across it, and I don't even know if they're still active, but there was one called Ladybeard.
Ladybeard?
It was essentially baby metal, but there were two girls, and then the one dude just had this full beard, but he was dressed as a girl. Like, nobody knew that he was. doing all the choreography and all of it. It was insane.
That's awesome.
Yeah, look up one of those videos sometime. Ladybeard is what it was called. Weird shit, man.
Who can I message to remind me of that? Lady Beard. I'm looking at sorcerer shit to multi-class in with Shino, and nothing's really speaking with me.
Are you thinking like subclass wise or what?
Yeah, because you pick one up at first level.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with him. I'll have to refresh myself real quick. I'll pull it up.
I'm half leaning towards. So I just went through all the subclasses. I'm half leaning towards Aberrant Mind because of Aberrant Dragon Mark. That kind of makes a lot of sense. Or just for pure and utter chaos, Wild Magic. But I feel like Wild Magic is pretty like everyone chooses Wild Magic.
I don't know that that's true because Wild Magic would probably be my last choice.
Draconic Bloodline is interesting, but it has a lot of overlapping abilities I already have. And the extra AC doesn't really help, so I doubt I'm going to get to level 6, so I'm just looking at the level 1 stuff that I get.
I think that Clockwork has a pretty fun... Let me look at that real quick. What level you get it at. Starting the first level, your connection to the plane of absolute order allows you to equalize chaotic moments. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of you is about to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, you can use your reaction to prevent the roll from being affected by advantage or disadvantage.
Oh.
And you can do that a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus per long rest. That has nothing to do thematically with your character. That's just a fun ability because it's active that takes away.
It's proficiency bonus, not short or long.
Right, so it's already a few uses right off the get-go.
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking at the extended sorcerer spell list. That's not even really a problem, though, is it? Your spell list, because you have plenty as a wizard.
Yeah. I think there might be a couple spells that sorcerer gets that wizard. No, I'm a wizard. I have access to like everything.
The only one I can think of is the Chaos Bolt or whatever it is. That's a sorcerer spell.
You do be right.
What are we talking about?
Sorcerer dips.
They're good. Usually.
Yeah.
What specifically about sorcerer dips are we talking about?
I didn't know what kind of subclass to choose for Shino. Because I'm like, Aberrant Mind works, because that kind of fits thematically. I might just go Wild Magic, because that's fun.
Wild Magic is very fun.
Mud was saying Clockwork has a cool ability. Doesn't fit thematically, but it does have a cool ability.
That's true, but it's not like you're a cleric. It just means somewhere in your background, an ancestor just fucked a robot or something.
I'll fuck a robot.
I mean, I've seen some art of some Warforged.
You thought it was a dildo, and it was a Warforged.
They make an argument.
It's
Some of those
expendable and
Warforged
vibrates.
So Shadow Magic's got some death save stuff that's nice.
You can get a dog.
Dark Vision for 120 feet.
Yeah, that was nice.
I know it's like supposed to be Kryn specific, but I heard a lot of neat things about lunar sorcery.
Lunar also kind of was interesting. Because I'm like, you get a whole bunch of cool shit based off of the moon.
Draconic's good if you make it high enough just to get that ability bonus to a certain type of damage.
Yeah, although we're not gonna get that high with main cast, so I don't think Draconic's worth the dip. If I did it earlier, maybe.
Definitely true. I don't think for you because you're way too different with your elemental damage anyway.
That's true. I can change it at will. Kind of. Anyways, we're all back.
A couple of things. Cecil, most of your stuff has been taken away.
I assumed I'd start with nothing, yes.
As for starting equipment that you can possibly reclaim, you can go ahead and start with a +2 magic weapon, a +1 armor, and if you want other enchantments, they're within those constraints. And there will be a place in this dungeon where you could collect those things. And 2 magic items with my approval.
Sounds good. Could I split the +2s into 2 +1s since I went with dual wield?
Yep.
Sounds
Fine with me.
Alright, besides that, I am all done.
Okay. Side note, I love that you're getting the Rokari start. That makes no sense to nobody except Teddy.
It's a classic.
It's a good start. It's my favorite character.
I'm going to set up Cecil's token. While I'm doing that, we've waited long enough. Let's get a recap of our previous hirelings session. See vous, please.
Jimmy was gonna do the recap.
Let's see if my dumbass can pull out a recap. Did we do the hand shenanigans? Was that last hirelings as well, or was the fight last hirelings, or was it both?
It was hand. No. Right? No, yeah, it was hand. Yeah, it was hand.
Okay. It was the hand with the lady and the dragon and the fucking and the baby.
Yes.
And we had to find the right order. And Glade and Grunt went around disarming the traps, so if we fucked up, it wouldn't be all that bad. Jimmy was at the time bathing in the blood. I don't think Botan was doing anything because I was too smooth brain. But then we went down a hidden. Once we got the correct murals in the correct order, we went down a hidden door that was locked that we unlocked, or we unlocked a door to a hidden room that showed a hidden path that was activated from the murals. And then we went down a flight of stairs, and there was a bone knight. I think that was
yes,
a bone knight challenged us, or pretty much asked us what we were doing here. And what I vividly do remember was me screaming out, "'Twas I who fucked the dragon," which immediately started a fight. And we pretty much went into that fight with Mud soloing the Bone Knight, basically, and the rest of us getting flanked at this little platform that's nearby from the light. The lanterns were summoning more undead creatures. And then we got a couple looted items. What did we loot? Oh, that's the wrong thing. I need to click open. We got a great sword, a large cast iron key, some gold, and I think that's about it. I don't think we found where the cast iron key goes to yet.
You have not. not, but there is a big fuck you door with a hand on it that seems to be locked in the mess hall that you guys were in before.
Oh, I've never left this platform because of the Bone Knight.
I understand. I think maybe Grunt is the only one who canonically saw it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And I think that pretty much shittily sums up the last hireling.
Yeah, we fought a bunch of things, and they were not
Yeah.
fun.
I can't remember if Kneecaps was the last one or the one before that, but I'm pretty sure it was the one before that.
Yeah.
It was the one before that. Collect the kneecaps.
Oh, I can't remember where the debauchery was. I just know there was debauchery.
All right.
Well then.
Oh, and then we took a short rest. But that's where we left it off.
After recovering your resources and analyzing your situation amongst yourselves, clearly there's something down here. No place is this heavily fortified without there being something of value. And Jimothy Swells decides that he has his ship and you guys have this covered. Is it also fair to say that Jimmy might be a little concerned about Leo, leaving him all by his lonesome, even with the animal friends? Or would that be more of an excuse for Jimmy to get out of here?
I mean, it'd definitely be an excuse, but the best excuses are tainted in truth anyway.
It's true.
Indeed.
Just a test.
And very good. The disc with the handprint strikes the three of you as particularly compelling. Also, not sure what ended up happening with my sound mixing. Sorry about that. Two songs overlapped on one another. Jeez. But there is definitely something interesting about that disc in the floor. It seems to be made out of a black stone, like maybe like a black marble or something, but there isn't any there aren't any cracks. It is perfectly unblemished, with the exception of the perfect circle and the large white handprint in the center. There is some there is some work, some craftsmanship on the edges, but the disc in the floor. You all have enough passive intelligence and wisdom among you to at least see that there's some kind of like ritual aspect to it. The tapestry on the wall, we may have glossed over it last game, and it is a depiction of ancient elves which include a drow, facing off against giants, and at the elves' back are dragons flying overhead, raining down fire and poison and lightning and ice upon the giants. Though the giants don't look like any giants that you're familiar with. Like the common consensus is that there's like hill giants, big and dumb, fire giants, frost giants. These giants are wearing, like, you think they might be like cloud giants at first, maybe, but that's not quite right. They're wearing like chitons, like a Grecian style chitons for the spellcasters, or like Achilles, like breastplates and helms, and their physical features are more along the human side, with a sort of regality to them. Like, even though like it's a tapestry, you can tell that the giants are sort of like presented beautifully, which is not. I mean, in your adventures and living in Sharn, you guys have encountered the occasional fire giant or hill giant, and they are not. They don't look like this, right? If anybody wants, they can roll a history check to try and remember more. Other than that, you head down the stairs, and somebody used detect magic, yes?
Let's see. I believe I might have. No, I don't have it. Never mind.
We don't know shit.
Is it Grunt who has it?
Yeah, I've got it, but I think if I used it, it was probably pre-long rest or pre-short rest.
Even so, I would say, even if it was at the tail end of your detect magic ritual, you do know that the disc itself is magical. In the mess hall, for the amount of people that you fought, the mess hall feels rather small. There are only 3 tables and a kitchen. It is furnished. There's plenty of food. There's raw meat on the table, like it was in the middle of being sliced before you got to get prepared to cook. And it seems like the mess hall is used pretty actively. But again, it feels like for the size of this facility, there isn't a lot of places to actually eat and sit. Currently, the mess hall has the corpse of the Bone Knight, of course, and piles of dust where the undead warriors were standing before you defeated each of them, or hit them with that juicy radiant. Speaking of which, Grunt, as you guys are perusing around, and it's been a hot minute since we as players played, you do recall that the more gloriously armored undead warriors, like the elven undead warriors, it is your experience that when undead are hit with radiant damage, they take more, ideally. It is general magic understanding that radiant energy is antithetical to necromancy, but for whatever reason, they were resistant to radiant damage, which is unusual to say the least, if not paradoxical from typical magic conventions. Lastly, before we set the stage for the 3 of you to start doing your thing, there is a massive locked door on the eastern side of the mess hall. It is made of a heavy stone in a frame of cast iron. A large hand, like the one on the obsidian disc, or not obsidian, on like the black marble disc, is carved into this door. And there is a cast iron lock on the front of it.
Oh.
For now, I would say the scene is yours. What do the three of you do?
Have we determined that there's no more people coming out of these fires on the wall?
Not in the past hour.
Okay. Ooh. And this is the fuck you door?
It's a big fuck you door, yeah.
Can I try to pick it?
We have the key.
Oh. Do we want to go through the big door, or do we want to go around the big door?
My instincts say don't leave things behind us while we continue exploring, but also big door with a key we have means correct direction, and I don't know if we should continue going the correct direction or if we should continue exploring. I don't care either way. But it's kind of like whichever path we take, we're leaving something behind us.
Every path you take.
I think Grunt and or what is it? I can't remember your name. I'm sorry.
Botan?
No, your name. Your character's name.
Oh, Glade.
Yeah, Glade. We've been picking locks since we got in here, so if we come across a lock, if we got a key for it, or we can pick it, I kind of even want to pick it, even if we might have a key for it. Just because we've been picking the shit out of everything else we came across with.
So you guys want to go through the store?
Yeah, it's pretty tempting to me. I don't know that I want to pass it out.
Alright. Well, we have the key, so I'll just hand the key from our party stash to whoever wants to open the door.
Should we check it for traps first?
Yes, I was just about to say that. I'd like to check for traps.
You can.
Investigation, please.
You can have advantage. I am proficient as well.
There is a trap. It is magical in nature. You know it is disarmed if the lock is undone with the key. You do not know what the trap does or how to disarm it, besides using the key.
Well, we've got the key. There are traps.
Specifically, while the door is closed and locked, that arms the trap. So using the key to disarm, or using the key to open the door disarms the trap with it. So, in whatever scenario, assume that if the door is closed and locked, the trap is armed. Use that information as you will.
Yeah, if we've got the key, we should probably use the key because we know that'll disarm it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got a cast iron key and there's a cast iron door.
Alright, I'll pick it with the key. Use the key, is what I mean.
I'm gonna take a readied stance to possibly take someone's kneecaps.
There's a heavy ka-chunk sound, and the stone door begins to slide into the wall. Revealing what looks to be a ritual chamber.
Reggie.
The ground is red, almost meat-like marble.
Ooh.
There is another bone knight, and there is an altar. The altar has another large handprint carved into it. At the far end is a mummified entity who is chanting in an ancient tongue, calling upon dark magic. Upon the altar is a halfling who is wearing the most simple and possibly on some level degrading. I'll leave that up to you, Jex, how far that goes. But they are chained by 4 manacles, like on like the wrists and the ankles, sort of like forcing them into sort of like a spread eagle X formation. They look injured, bruised, battered, bleeding in places. Definitely an outlier. You also see that they have a dragon mark. Cecil, would you explain where your dragon mark is and how it appears?
Would the Sisyphean staff be iconography somewhere in Eberron?
Which, sorry?
The Catechus?
Oh,
The
the like
Hermes thing?
the two snakes.
Yeah, that's often used for
Oh,
like medical things.
the caduceus.
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 Yeah, can technically no. But if your dragon mark takes some aesthetic inspiration from that icon, I'm not going to stop you. And we could have that like a rough estimation of that symbol, a recurring motif in a lot of House Tarasco dragon marks.
Yeah, like an Eberron equivalent to that. And if we'll think of something to fit it, but like the representation of both sides of healing magic, life and death, balanced on the scalpel or scepter of the people trying to save them. And it kind of just goes right up his chest and kind of spreads out on his neck to where he would hide it with his coat.
Then I would like, if anybody cares to try and identify it, a history, arcana, or religion check.
History, arcana, or religion? These are all the same.
Glade, you identify it as a dragon mark, and I correctly identify it as belonging to House Tarasco.
One of my dancers is from there.
Is this a dancer?
Interesting implication. I my scripts. Roll 20 killed my scripts, them sons of bitches.
Just
No,
like
I
my
might have
happiness.
because I made a mistake on the back end.
No. I know it wasn't you. You can't trick me. Anyways, yeah, go ahead and roll experience. Because they immediately turn and look up the stairs and see Grunt's big boar face up there. And they don't need to give the order. You guys already know. This is going to be a fight.
I just assumed I'm gagged, so I don't know.
Yeah, but if you're thrashing, it could come loose. If you want, your choice. Your preference.
We'll get it there eventually. They can have their initiatives and stuff first.
I need your initiative too.
Was any
Second.
of the people that we fought previously, were any of them, did any of them have enough skin, or were they all just spirits and bones?
Enough skin for what?
As my questions you hear in D&D. In case I want to shapeshift into one of them and try to pass as one of them, did any of them look to have enough skin to be able to replicate?
Yeah. Curiously enough, no. I would normally say yes. The Bone Knight is like a human technically.
Yeah.
But like he had kind of like armor growing out of him,
Mm-hmm.
making that kind of difficult. Like you could try that. You could try to like metamorphosize some armor as well, but it is a rough shot. And also you are like fundamentally aware. You are fundamentally aware that that a deception check, even shapeshifted, is going to be a high difficulty.
Yeah.
Because these are people who live together. Like they are not co-workers. They live in the same facility day in and day out. From the looks of things, they break meals together and stuff. So I would say I definitely won't stop you from giving it a shot. However, I will also say that it would be difficult for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
Uh, but you know.
It was a bad time to turn up my volume.
Sorry.
No, you're okay.
I do need initiative from Cecil.
I'm almost done fixing it. I forgot about continuing education. And it messed everything up.
I'm sorry.
No, that's my bad. I should have reread the house rules before.
So don't forget your free feet. But yeah, while we're doing that, we'll just say that you get to go at the end of the round. Yeah, Botan, you see, like, there isn't really like a command issued, but the Bone Knight in here draws his sword, which is signal enough to know that they are going to be hostile. Botan, you also identify. So the stairs go down, right? Like this is a pit down here, and then there are sort of like overlook on either side, and you can see that there are some of those like weird elven undying soldiers up there. Armed with a number of spears. Like, it looks like their tactic is going to be like melee fighters having to like come down, and then they either like thrust downward or like throw spears downward from there. And you do identify, you are experienced enough to know that on either side of the Bone Knight are two vampire spawn.
Well, that explains all the blood.
Does explain all the blood. Botan, how would you like for us to start?
We're gonna try what I did the last encounter. One more time. One more time. We're gonna celebrate.
Where are you gonna center it?
Right there.
Very good.
So that gets the most amount of people. Probably not the most important people, but it gets people.
That's a dexterity. That's a dexterity save.
Yep. Is my spell save DC is 15? It's 15. 15 and 15. Where was it? Was it right here? Yeah, right there.
Oh, they don't have advantage, so that's just gonna like go for all three of them. Number 1 and number 3 are going to fail their checks, so they are going to start glowing. No, 1 and 4 are going to fail. 2 and 3 are going to succeed. Anything else for Botan?
Does that not get Bone Knight in the...
Oh, vampires? Pardon me. That's right, I got distracted. Pardon me.
Well, once those two are taken care of, I can't do that because I'm concentrating on Fairy Fire. So I guess I will. I'll look to Grunt and be like, "You going in, bud?"
Kind of shrug a little bit. Probably.
Or at least.
I'm thinking we might want them to come to us a little bit if they're chucking spears, you know what I mean?
Alright. Then I'm gonna...
I intend on plugging the hall a little bit, but I don't know that I'm rushing into the room.
Okay, so if I just stay where I am, you might just buddy up with me.
Yeah, I'd probably step around you into the hall, so I'm between you and them.
Perfect. That's all I needed to know. Damn, only 2 people failed?
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have done something else. Alright. Oh well. Alright.
That's how it happens.
I don't think there's much I can do with the bonus action currently. And I did my movements. So I believe I am done.
The vampire spawn, or sorry, not both of them. One vampire spawn gets into position and takes the dodge action. Okay. Glade, it's your turn.
All right. We're just gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to... What's the range on this one? Touch. So not that. This guy's made of metal, right?
Yes, he's wearing metal armor.
Does this guy have any metal?
No. Not so much that like it provides a benefit.
Okay. Ooh, just enough. Okay, I would like to cast Heat Metal on that guy.
Oh. Very
On this
smart.
fellow right here.
Yep. And then I do lose concentration on Dancing Lights, so that can go away.
I'm gonna put it on the GM later, so we can bring it back if we need. Constitution saving throw. He is going to succeed.
So do we on the well the Constitution saving throw is just to drop the object, but since that is technically living metal, would it fail the Constitution saving or succeed?
It's not living metal. It's an undead creature wearing metal armor.
Okay.
Choose a manufactured metal object, such as a metal weapon or a suit of heavy or medium metal armor. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast a spell. So he's going to take that damage right now. You roll a 5.
Sweet. And
until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage again. So I'm going to mark him with a little red dot. Let us know that he's on fire.
Big red dot.
If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, the creature must make succeed a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn. It did succeed, so it's not going to take that penalty. So it's going to last a minute. That is going to last a minute, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Or until I lose concentration.
I'm wondering, what does the Constitution saving throw do if it can't drop it? If it's armor and it's metal armor, that's like a minute to take that off.
If it can't
drop it,
if it can't drop it, then it has disadvantage on effectively all of its rolls, on attack rolls and ability checks. Is what it suffers.
even if it passes the con save and it can't drop it.
Oh no! If it passes the con save, then it just powers through the damage.
Okay,
It
that's
just
what I was asking.
yeah. It can't drop the armor because that is a minute, like you said. So all it can do is just a stiff upper lip, take it like a man. Which is one of the reasons why heat metal is a very good spell. There is a debate in the Eberron community whether or not heat metal should apply to Warforged. None of us here are Warforged, so we don't need to get into it, but it is quite a debate.
Yeah, I bet.
In any case, Glade, do you have anything else for us?
And then I'm gonna just bonus action hide.
trusty old stealth check.
I'm just
Very good.
down.
Consider yourself stealthed. Assuming you don't have any other movement or anything, a grunt, it is your turn.
I will bonus action shift.
Very good.
I will then use my artificer ability entitled that one.
Ooh.
Superior Breakthrough.
Ooh.
And we'll do it as a Spirit's Guardian, or Spirit Guardians at 5th level.
How fucking spicy. A 23 fucking... What type of damage is that?
Radiant.
Very good. I gonna step in here. Step in here. And we're gonna have some undying soldiers. Make some wisdom saves. They're both going to pass. I see that mage hand. We'll get to you soon, sir.
I didn't mean to click it. I'm
No
sorry.
worries. No worries. So that is going to be. These guys have resistance. So it's going to be 23 reduced to a 22. That is automatically reduced to 11 because they both saved. Reduced to. Oh wait, no, I got that wrong. You're a good guy. So it's 23 up to 24. That's reduced down to a 12, which means that they take 6 damage. Anything else for the Grunster?
Nope.
Very good. We're going to have a vampire spawn head up here, and they're also going to take. The dodge action, leading us to the Bone Knight, who is going to attack Grunt with a longbow. That attack is going to miss the longbow bolt, the arrow smashing against your armor, so he is going to shift attention and shoot Botan.
Oh!
Botan, you dodge out of the way, neither of you taking any damage. We have an undead soldier over here. He's currently on fire, or like his armor is heated. Has disadvantage on attack rolls. So it takes damage when you decided to use a bonus action to increase the heat, right, Glade?
Yes.
Okay. This undying soldier is going to attempt to throw a spear at Grunt.
Excuse me.
Grunt, you batter it out of the way as it comes flying towards you. You see it coming a mile across. No big problem. A second spear is going to be thrown at a Botan. That is going to hit.
The second spear has hit the party.
The second spear has hit the party.
Fucking too soon.
I'm sorry.
Wow. I'm laughing, but I shouldn't be.
I'm Canadian over here, so I can appreciate that all I want.
Wow.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I don't know what's worse, that or gnome with the hard G.
People died in that shit. You guys ever seen that video?
Oh god, yes.
People died of that shit. Dark. And also another Undying Soldier's turn. This Undying Soldier needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. Fails. Crit fails. So that is going to be the whole schwacken 13 damage, or 12 damage because of resistance. But we'll make it 13 because a crit failed. Why not? Ow. He's going to hop down, spear at the ready, and try to engage Grunt in melee combat. Two attacks that you are able to rebuff Grunt with very little effort on your part. This glowing, fairy-fired Undying Soldier is going to also be attacking Grunt with 2 spear throws, both of which pierce their armor. The Sorcerer Priest raises his wither hands. Do not let them interrupt the ritual. This is also said in Elven. I seem to recall nobody in this party knows how to speak Elven.
No.
Maybe Cecil now knows how to understand Elven. But you know, he is waving like a wavy dagger in his hands. Like it's not like a mystery what he's getting at just by tone. And he is going to wet some of the halfling's blood, flashing across your arm, inflicting 5 damage on you. Cecil? This Undying Soldier right here is gonna have himself a will save. He is going to succeed, bringing that down by 6 HP. He's gonna hop down here, move over here, and try his best to attack the Jugger Grunt with 2 spear attacks, both of which will miss. Round 2.
Break time.
Cecil, you are officially in the combat. Let's take our break. Sorry, was this people saying something?
I was gonna say, does Cecil not get a round 1 action?
No.
Okay.
He does not, because he's a little tied up at the moment. It's a pun.
Whole round one was just wiggling around enough to get a hand.
Yes, and now that you are aware, like, because you're like injured, Cecil. We're technically on our break, so nobody needs to stick around if they need to do things. But like, Cecil, you were like struggling with consciousness before. Now you are more awake. Now that seemingly you're not sure if they're reinforcements, but they are somebody who's not undead and wearing bones for skin. So that's presumably a plus in your book.
It's enough to give me hope.
Yeah, enough hope to justify an initiative starting with round 2. empty yourselves, water yourselves, whatever you need to do, and when we get back, we'll see what other trouble we can get into. Yeah.
No.
I'll see you guys later. returned.
Is that a threat?
Perhaps, but a friendly one.
Daw.
Something I'll never hear my dad say.
Duh.
Hi, son.
I was saying I have returned, but that's all of them, actually.
Oh no. Well, I have a young furry kid in my arms who's not too keen on leaving. He's gotten himself real comfortable, haven't you, buddy? To quote a Bonesaw McGraw from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, I actually lost the quote. I was gonna say something I had in my head and then it's vanished. So never mind. Oh, he ain't going nowhere. That was it. I remember. Every time I think about that movie, it inevitably makes me like miss Macho Man. You guys hear that James Earl Jones is now no longer with us?
Yeah, I remember seeing posts about that.
I mean, he got up to like 93 or something, so in a way, I'm kind of more relieved for him than sad, but wow. Talk about like
Iconic.
yeah. Losing a voice that defined a few generations.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Welcome back, Mud.
Thank you.
I think we're just waiting for Michael now. We'll give him a few more minutes.
I'm here.
Oh, spectacularly timed, my friend. Let's think about how James Earl Jones, having never met the man, would want us to play more Dungeons and Dragons. So we will start with Botan.
Alright. Bonus action. Steady aim. For advantage on my first attack. Targeting Mr. Magoo with the knife. In the kitchen. With Colonel.
Mr. Magoo. Schnee. That's not what Mr. Magoo sounds like.
Yeah, she. Oh, I meant to click sharpshooter, which means that's a -3, not a +2. So 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Perfect. Alright. So, sharpshooter, swarm. I'm gonna drop fairy fire in favored for favored foe. Because there's only 2 people I tagged with it, and one of them's already basically dead. And as a little bit of spice, we're gonna do a maneuver.
A maneuver?
A maneuver, because I am a battle master and I never use my shitting maneuvers. So let's do the damage.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
That's literally all my all my damage global modifiers, except for Hunter's Mark. Which I can't have Hunter's Mark and favorite foe. So that's essentially all the damage I could do.
35 damage.
And Mr. Magoo needs to make a... let's see here. Did I click? Yeah, pushing attack. Maneuver is DC 8 plus proficiency plus dex So 8 plus 4 is 12. Plus dexterity, which is 5. 12 plus 5 is 17, so he passes. Surprisingly, he passed the strength save. Wow, he actually has some strength. Wow.
Hey, did I forget to mention he's like 8 feet tall?
Yeah, he did.
It's fine. He's a spellcaster.
Well,
So what
the
if it's a
damage
spellcaster that lifts.
the damage still applies. He just doesn't get pushed away. And for my next act, I do it again without advantage. This time non-sharpshooter, so this will be a +2 to my roll.
You hit.
Already use superior, already use swarm. Favorite foe is every time, right? Or is it just the one?
I believe favorite foe is lasts for the round.
It works like Hunter's Mark, so it's like every hit,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can leave that clicked on. Damn it, I forgot to mention this. Oh well. I wanted the first one to have a drow poison bullet, but we're well past that, so it's okay. It's okay. That's my fault for forgetting. Okay. But wait, there's more. I'm gonna do that to make up for my first turn of not doing anything. Still targeting the same guy.
27 will hit. 17 damage.
Alright. And just for shits and gigs, because I don't think I got enough juice in the tank, my last one will have a drow poison bullet.
Damage will hit. He's not going to roll for the poison because he's immune to its effects.
Everyone is every time I've used it. Damn it. Alright. I'm done.
You
Damn,
feline!
so fucking close. Sorry, Teddy.
No, it's fine. You saucy little bitch.
Fairy Fire does go down on the other two. Because I have to concentrate on favorite foe now.
I understand.
Oh, I guess I could have tried another pushing attack on one of those to actually kill him just for damage. Damn. Wow, woulda, shoulda, coulda. I did a great but horrible turn.
The vampire spawner going to continue defending. Cecil, it is your turn.
How much little movement do I have in my hands?
Not a lot, but you are also a rogue. And so, you have a third hand that can do a lot.
Huh.
Rather have a third leg.
Yeah. This is
Who's
gonna
to
be
say he
the...
doesn't have that either? It's like a
Oh
baby's
no,
heart.
that's 2 spells. That would take 2 turns even with action surge. Oh wait, can I cast a level spell with action surge if I already cast a leveled spell?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so, in order.
So, oh well, never. Go ahead.
Okay. As an arcane trickster, I believe that Mage Hand is in fact invisible.
Yes. action surge to give that mage hand a lockpick. And
Okay.
and then, since giving the mage hand its orders is a bonus action for rogues,
Very good. Uh, 15 is not going to make the DC.
definitely fair.
But it is pretty close.
I was gonna say, I don't know if the evil mummy would notice a small floating lockpick, but he also just did get blasted into the pieces, so who knows?
Yeah, he's a bit distracted at the moment. Any movement actions? Just kidding. Glade, it's your turn.
Okay. We're gonna do sneak attack on Grunt. Do you want me to try to get one of the guys in front of you?
It doesn't matter really. I mean, if one of them's gone, I could probably move a little deeper, but it doesn't. Not if you got some else planned. Do your thing.
Being hidden, you do have advantage.
I do. You know what? Let's go for this lady in the back.
Friendly as she is. We're gonna
Oops.
need to do an attack roll first.
Yeah, I'm pressing the wrong button on that one. Where are we? Light crossbow. There we go.
Very good.
And then I will use my bonus action this turn to do damage, and I believe that was what, 2d8? Heat metal.
Yes. You are no longer hidden. Your bolt plunges into the vampire spawn's flesh. She hisses at it and points you out.
That's
In
okay.
ancient Elven, you have a feeling that there is a distinct awareness upon you now, but they need to get through Grunt and Botan or get to you, so...
I can always hide next time. But I will at least get out of line of sight, just in case. So we're gonna sit right there. Actually,
very good.
right there.
Grunt, it is your turn.
Okay. Why don't we get the spiritual weapon out?
understood. Confirm the little chef's beginning placement.
Perfect.
Excuse me.
Right there.
That is going to be a miss.
Alright, so that's bonus action. I will, for my action. Review!
Who? Just double check. Him? Okay. You hit. You do 3 damage. Ow!
That's enough to kill a villager.
You little fuck. Second one! You're starting to grind my grits.
Someone just sneeze on him.
What's grits?
Just a little sneeze. What's grits?
No, I was making fun of the mummy.
Oh, I see.
That's all I got.
Very good. He literally has 1 HP left.
God damn.
The vampire spawn is going to take the dodge action. And we are going to have a Bone Knight do a few things. First off, he's going to activate his aura. Empowering all the undead here.
God damn, he got a big aura.
He does have a big aura. He's also going to use one of his abilities as a Commander of Bones. And is going to bolster the undead under his command. And who technically command him. And that will be his turn. We have an Undying Soldier who needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Which he fails, so he is going to be throwing some spears at Grunt with a disadvantage. Unsurprisingly, he doesn't hit anything. We have an undead soldier who needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Who is going to succeed. Taking 6 damage. Who is going to be, is actually going to drop his shield and then attack Grunt, wielding his spear in 2 hands. He is going to miss. We have an Undying Soldier over here who is going to be attacking Grunt by throwing some spears.
Oh.
Oof.
One managing to hit for 9 damage, caught in Grunt's thick hide.
No. Stop it.
You wanna play that way, do ya? Not sure why I'm giving the sorcerer mummy that name, that
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah, she?
Yeah. First thing it's going to do is it is going to spend 2 of its sorcery points. To cast a blindness on Botan. Please give me a Constitution saving throw with the DC of 16.
I am more than 30 feet away.
That's great. He still does it.
Cool. Con? Con?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I see there's a round and around we go on the get fucked carousel. As you rebuff his spell, and he says, "All right, fine. Get a load of this then, fucko."
I gotta do another con save, huh?
You
Oh,
and Grunt.
okay.
And just to make sure, because it's centered on Grunt, yeah, just the 2 of you.
I take full frontal of that. Oops.
That looks like it's going to be 36 necrotic damage, and you are weakened until the start of the mummy's next turn. While weakened, you have a disadvantage on the following rolls that rely on strength, attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage and isn't weakened. So actually, Botan, it doesn't affect your attacks at all.
No. Fuck if I care. That was just a lot of damage. Aye. Oh, I took damage. Yes.
You did. So I need concentration checks. The DC of which
13.
2 is 18.
is,
18.
thank you. 18.
All right, favorite.
So I think, yeah, I think favored foe and Guardians goes down.
Can I inspire? Can I use a reaction to give you Bardic? Do Bardic work on
Bardic is
things?
a bonus action unless you have a special subclass ability that allows you to use it as a reaction. Do you have anything like that? Because otherwise it is a bonus action by default.
It is. Trying to find if I have anything. I don't think so, so never mind. Wait. No. Nope. Never mind.
Yes.
Favored foe goes down, and Spirit Guardians goes down, unless there's something fancy.
Yeah, my DC is only 16 because I had 4 temporary hit points, so I am going to use my Flash of Genius to cover the con save at least.
So that brings that up to
18.
18.
Which, even if you didn't have the temp, that met it as well.
Grunt has established himself as a threat.
Yeah, I don't have anything special, so favorite foe is just bye-bye.
The mummified sorcerer is going to point at Grunt. Kill that one. Kill that one sooner than the others. He's going to pick up his knife, and he's going to do a little shuffle. He's going to get right up in there. But those are all of his actions, so he has to wait until next turn before he can try to finish this ritual by finishing off this halfling. because his attention is now on you, Cecil, you know that your mage hand is still invisible, right? But there is a chance if you roll low enough on your Thieves' Tools check that he might notice the little prestidigitation lockpick.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if you get unlocked, then who the fuck cares? We have an Undying Soldier over here who is going to take the full damage from those Spirit Guardians, is also going to drop his shield, is going to move this way through the difficult terrain, and is going to be attacking Grunt with his spear two-handed with advantage because of flank. Is going to miss both times, bringing us to round 3 and Botan's turn.
Start with that. Why did it go like that? Okay. I was gonna Hunter's Mark the bitchy tits. That's
Okay.
my bonus. And then I will... I really want to sharpshooter him. But I think I'll not sharpshooter. And just attack normally.
Hey Benny, we're on the other side of the river. 28 hits.
So Hunter's Mark and a Swarm. And just to confirm, I'm gonna do another pushing attack. If he doesn't somehow die from 21. God damn.
He's gonna die from 21, so his body's also gonna fly. Ah! As he gets taken out.
Perfect. Alright, I'll have to reapply Hunter's Mark later. Then I'll go over here. Target this guy between Grunt and I. I have this, so I don't impose disadvantage.
Big Gruntington.
And I will sharpshooter this one. Let me unclick all the rest of the things. Wow. Dirty 20.
That's gonna hit. That's gonna hit.
Okay. Bang.
Yes, good. He's taken out.
And then just so that doesn't happen again, and I've been moving, I'll do that. Oh, I am the biggest of dummy dumb dummies of dummy dumb dummerton. I have absorb elements, which I could have used on that necrotic burst.
Necrotic isn't in there. I checked.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
well, never mind. I feel less
it's
dumb.
fire. It's fire, ice. It's the Pokemon starter elements.
I see. Okay. I am done.
Very good. Currently, the vampire spawn are going to guard.
I need to lower a superiority die.
There is going to be a groan from the south east of you. A swirl of dust comes out from the wall, and part of the wall crumbles, and out comes a mummified corpse. That immediately dies. The dust flying from its body as its corpse collapses into the ground.
Okay.
Cecil, it's your turn.
Well, let's try that again before something else happens, because that was scary.
Mm-hmm. One manacle comes free.
Oh, touche.
Roll a d4. It is your left wrist that is free.
You know what? Fair enough. I guess
anything else
that's it for
for
my
us?
turn then.
Oh, that'll be it?
Yeah.
Okay, Glade, it's your turn.
Okay. We're going to just walk out here. Or wait, no. I'm gonna stay right there. Bonus action, hide. Yep. Sneak attack.
Oh no. Stop.
There we go. And then we're just gonna creep, 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 see what's going on. Ow. And then I'm going to shoot that guy with my crossbow.
Which guy can you ping again for me, please?
Then the one between the spiritual weapon and grunt.
Alright, cool. You have advantage.
Oof.
That is gonna miss. Plinks off his helmet. Would have been a headshot if it weren't for that damn helmet.
Hold up. Okay. Yeah. That'll be my turn. Well, you know what? We're gonna go. 9, 10. Let's go here. And that'll be my turn.
Very good. Grunt. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna reroll my damage here real quick.
29.
Plus
How fun. 30. That's easy. That's even easier to calculate.
And then I will use my ability again, the superior. Wait. Yeah, my superior breakthrough. But this time, I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Ooh. Covered in frost? I assume freezer frost? Like you were just like doing inventory in the back of the kitchen?
Not like frostbite, like when it goes bad in the freezer.
Alright. I dig it.
19 temporary hit points, because it's level 3, so 15 from that, and then 4 from my feet.
Pretty fucking juicy.
I am then gonna move past this guy.
Alright.
Okay, he's gonna take an attack of opportunity because he's a big dummy.
Yeah.
Wow. The time he hits is after you cast Armor of Agathis. That's mean. Well, it's gonna be 5 piercing, I guess.
They traded 5 for 5.
No, he's got 15, because it's a 3rd level spell.
Oh, I didn't see the upcast. Nice.
Both the temporary hit points and cold damage increase by 5. So he is going to take 15 cold damage. He is flash frozen, barely hanging on as the Armor of Agathis just blows back, and there's like icicles coming off of his back and shit. Spectacular.
Let's bonus action attack him with the spiritual weapon then.
Whack him. See that juice? 21's gonna hit. That is gonna take him the fuck out.
Nice.
These two both need to roll for the spiritual guardians.
They do indeed. They both fail, taking 15 damage a pop.
Just keep moving forward.
Hey,
Very good.
do they get advantage on that because of his aura?
His aura is in stagger, so no, they won't, but the vampires will.
Okay.
Speaking of, they are both going to succeed, reducing that damage to 15, but it is still radiant damage, and as a vampire spawn, that is going to block their regeneration. They don't like it.
I don't like it.
They don't like it. Will that be everything for the Grunster?
Doesn't that dude gotta make a save too?
Oh yeah, pardon me. Pardon me.
But yes, that is the end of my turn afterwards.
Your DC is like 17 or something? 16, 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll take the 30. He's got to take the 30.
Good turn.
A very good turn.
Yeah.
All right, the vampire spawn are gonna make their moves. First things first, gonna take some damage. Pass right through your spirit guardians. Critical cling through there. Moving up behind you, the vampire spawn is going to try and grab you. Your frame is too big for the vampire spawns. It cannot get a good handle on you. It is the Bone Knight's turn. The Bone Knight needs to take a Wisdom saving throw. Sorry, that should have another +5, but that's still a failure. So we'll take that 30 damage from Spirit Guardians.
Jesus Christ.
Will use his reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke on you. So I would like a dexterity save from Grunt.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Nianski.
So you're going to take 4 fire damage. That is not a melee attack. He is then going to spend he's going to cast another spell.
Excuse me.
He's going to look at you, Grunt. he's going to say, fantasize. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
No, stop.
Got anything for us? Doubt that.
No, it's not going to beat it if I would use it anyway.
Go ahead if you want to tell us about what you're fantasizing about, but it is going to cause you to lose concentration because you're thinking about this other thing.
I'm fantasizing about the damage of my spirit guardians.
Oh man,
I
30
don't
would
think I
be
lose
so
my
good.
concentration on that.
Sorry?
I said I don't think I lose my concentration on that. Just kidding.
Mm-hmm. For the record, that move is legal for you guys to do on me. Just now that I've opened that can of worms. Yeah.
How did he command him? Like what
Pointed a
language?
finger at him and said, "Fantasize."
What language?
Common.
Dang it.
Cat looking for that loophole.
Yeah. It says if you don't understand the language, then it doesn't work.
The Bone Knight isn't gonna come over here. No, he's not. He has to kind of like be right here. He has to prevent you guys from rescuing the sacrifice. What he is going to do, however, is roll 44 plus 4.
Ah,
Gonna drink himself a potion as a bonus action.
basically max. Damn.
We have an
NPCs can't do that.
Watch him.
Oh wait, that's illegal.
We have an undying soldier who's going to hop down here and is going to be attacking Grunt. They are not complex creatures. Drop his spear, attack two-handed on the Grunster. Grunt, if you have a reaction, you can make an attack of opportunity if you'd like. The second attack is going to miss. Sorry?
You said he's gonna drop his spear, and then he rolled a nat one.
Oh, I asked for that one. I meant shield,
I know you did.
but I mean, I guess that's what happens. He drops his spear, oopsie daisy. He has to pick down and he has to lean down and pick it up, which gives you ample opportunity to fucking whack him if you want.
It was really funny to me.
17 shocking grasp. You have advantage. You miss, but you have it. Oh wait, no, you don't miss. Check for crit. 17 is in fact their AC.
Also, yeah. Also, make sure you're rolling with d10s.
That 10 is to check for crit, so no crit.
Yep. So this is gonna be 6 damage. Undying
those are-
soldier.
Those are d8s, not d10s.
Those are d8s. Fucking, I thought I fixed that at the end of last session.
Yeah, but it
Automatically does it, but like it shouldn't. You know, like if I input it once, it should leave it alone, like until like level up. But whatever. Anti-homebrew. I will let you re-roll the 4 with a d10. What's the d4 for?
Oh, I was just doing that as a compromise for the damage.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. You do an additional 4 damage, which almost kills him. Not quite, but it almost kills him. And then he fails to hit you. And that's going to be the end of his turn. Glade is going to kill him on his turn. We have an Undying Soldier over here, who is like 5 feet above you. Unless you have a reach weapon, he's technically out of your range. The Undying Soldier is going to drop, is going to run, and attack Botan.
Oh. Hi, buddy.
He moved past me. I'll get an attack. No, I already used my.
Yeah. Yeah.
Botan, you can make an attack of opportunity.
I sure can, yeah.
Is your fucking phoning it in?
He's half health, so I'll just wham. Hold on. Is my swarm once per turn?
Double check.
It says once on each of your turns.
Yeah, so on each of yours has been your turn.
So it's not like sneak attack. Got it.
Yeah.
Alright. That's just regular damage.
You killed this man. He's out of here.
How dare you?
You kill him. You know who you didn't kill?
The sorcerer?
The golden dust from the mummy that came out of the wall and suddenly collapsed flies over to the sorcerer, revitalizing the mummified lich-like creature, returning him to his feet and to life.
That's annoying.
Anyways. 20-foot sphere.
Bro, fuck off.
You keep on shooting him.
He keeps on casting spells on me.
You
It's fair.
shot him first. Anyways, that's within 300 feet, so he's going to cast Insect Plague.
Oh, yikes.
And bugs erupt in the 20-foot radius sphere, centered right between Botan and Glade. He wasn't entirely sure Glade was going to be in there, but he knows somebody keeps on like shooting from the shadows out there, so he kind of like took his chances. Swarming, biting locusts fill a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point. The sphere does spread around corners. The sphere remains for the duration, which is going to be 10 minutes if he maintains his concentration.
Okay, so it's still concentration.
Where is it? Oof. Rude.
So that is a Constitution saving throw versus a DC of 16, not 0. Don't trust Roll20's lies. Each creature therein takes 4d10 piercing damage, or half as much if you succeed on the save. Which, honestly, kind of rolled dog shit, if we're going to be perfectly honest.
Oh darn.
Glade got 20. Botan, did you have some kind of...
I did. No, I did. The 7 was for the Insect Plague. The 18 was for Hunter's Mark.
Okay, so Hunter's Mark is still there. You take 15 damage. Glade, you are going to take 7?
7 points of damage?
Yes. Because you succeeded. 20 is a success. And if a creature also makes a saving throw when it enters the spell's area for this first time, or ends its turn there.
Heat metal is down.
Understood.
Does entering it mean that the start of our turns, if we're in it?
No.
Okay.
That is like, if you start your turn there, you are already inside, you haven't entered it.
Okay.
But if Glade, for example, like moves backwards and then heads back in to try to get into the room.
Right.
I also think oh wait, no, there it says. The air, like, that is also lightly obscured, so Glade, you do not have eyes on Grunt. Botan, you still have like a fair view of everything, but it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. He used 2 of his sorcerer points to quicken that spell. So he's going to shuffle his ass over here and take 5 points off of our new rogue. Wait, how did you get out of one of your manacles? He doesn't say that. I can't play it like that.
What manacles?
Shifty halfling. Or no, halfling. It makes me wonder, is since there's like a nation that the halflings come from, like they're Talantean, is halfling a slur in Eberron? Questions for later.
Hobbits is the slur.
Hobbits is the slur.
Filthy, nasty
Very good.
Stupid pregnancies.
That's really good. Cat, have an inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Smeagol inspiration. Botan.
Thank you, bro.
It is your turn. You are suffering, while you are in the insect swarm, you are suffering a disadvantage on your ranged attacks rolls.
Okay. If I move out of it, I'm assuming
Hey, you don't have any more.
Okay.
You don't have any more disadvantage.
Okay. I figured I just needed to move out of it a little bit. This is a fucking TRE problem. Now I kind of know who's what. Who's on first? Who's on second? I had to move, so I can't steady aim. Hunter's Mark is already applied on probably my target. So let's... Oops, no, I want to minus that. Let's second wind as a bonus. What's my fighter is a D10 plus 4. 10 HP. And I will sharpshooter the Cassie Bitchy Tits.
You miss.
Let's use my newly found inspiration on that.
Okay, but when you're taking aim, you have to calm a filthy hobbitses.
Stupid, filthy hobbitses.
Very good, thank you. Thank you.
Fuck!
Oh
it
no!
worked. Alright, gun jams, because
roll a D100.
Too good to be true.
It is a failure, but your gun does not jam.
Okay. I already attacked, so I might as well just do my second attack. Still sharpshooter, why not? If I do nothing this turn, that's fine.
That's gonna hit. Gonna be a
Alright.
big hit.
Let's do this again. I was like, stay away from me. DC I think was 16. 8 plus 4 is 12 plus
Very good.
5 is no, it's 17. 17.
15 feet away. Off he goes.
Goodbye. All right, and for
Oh, wait, no,
damage,
you're shooting from that direction is probably.
there's the damage.
What the fuck?
And you know what?
43?
You know what?
43 damage?
Uh-huh. I'm gonna use this ability because I rolled a 3. So
He
I'm gonna
loses insect swarm.
I'm gonna re-roll a d8 on my piercing
Okay.
for a 7 instead of a 3, so 4 more damage.
That really fucking hurt.
And
I forgot to roll one of these for him.
where was I
Okay.
standing? I was standing there. Well, yeah, Grunt's gonna get flanked from that direction. Yeah, I moved already, so I might as well just keep moving forward. Try and mitigate the... That's all my movement. That was a bonus for second wind and 2 actions. So I'm done.
Very good. We have a vampire spawn who's going to flank the Grunster and is going to attack the Grunster. Its first attack is going to attempt to grab you. Oh. You are grappled. You do appear to be grappled. Which only means that your movement is 0 for anyone who is needing a refresher on the grappling rules. It just means Grunt has a movement of 0 as long as he's grappled. He can still do all the things. All the other things. That's the first attack. You don't take any damage. The second attack is she wants to get a big bite out of that thick neck of yours. You manage to struggle and rebuff her, however. Her teeth scraping against your armor. Cecil, it is your turn. They also keep on making this sound in your ear. Until they can get to your neck.
Buddy.
I'm making it right back into their ear too.
You know, add a little charmed condition. One is weirdly into it. Its friend is judging. Anyways, Cecil, where are we at?
That's a good question. Oh, good. Botan moved up just a bit more. So, Botan, Grunt, and me.
No! You can't do it. You can do that in 100 rounds.
Oh,
Casting
yeah.
time is 10 minutes.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
You want to get
Okay.
that cooking?
No, I didn't realize I had such a long casting time. I'd still just make it a
Yeah.
ritual, like, goddamn.
Would you like to take that spell slot back and perhaps choose another course of action? 3 out of 4
Yeah, I'm
limbs
gonna-
are still locked. I would say that I would permit you and your hand to both make a lockpicking check.
Oh no, I gotta.
If you find. Second win, I see. Not too shabby.
Okay, since that's my bonus action, I will make one attempt on the Thieves' Tools, though.
Okay. Very nice. Both of your hands are now free.
Woohoo! All right, that'll be all for me then.
Actually, I was assuming. Which limb did you free?
Oh, I'm definitely going for the arms first.
Okay.
That way I can have somatic.
Very good, very good, very good. Glade.
Alright, so the infestation, the swarm is gone near me.
Yes.
Great. We're just. What is this green thing?
That's a bad aura.
That's the Bone Knight's undead bolstering aura.
Bad aura. Got it. Bad vibes.
Yeah.
Alright. We are going to. That's flanking.
You got sneak attack on everyone except one guy.
I do. Um. How far is he? It keeps resizing and I have to keep going there. Alright.
Oh,
85.
Worry about that.
fireball, motherfucker!
I would like to. Actually, since I'm here, we're gonna bonus action hide. Oh darn.
Uh-oh.
Oh well.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, we can smell you.
I could smell you.
Don't like that. Okay, and then so technically, am I able to still use sneak attack if people are engaged with other people?
Yeah. Sneak attack, you need to have advantage or an ally nearby, unless you're a swashbuckler.
Okay. Then. Oh, I really want to get that guy, but oh well. We'll go ahead and hit him and get him out of the way.
Get him. That's gonna be a big hit, and he's big dead.
And then. Yeah, I really don't have anything. Oh wait. Hold on. No, okay, never mind. Yeah, I guess that's my turn. We'll just move back up here.
Very good. It is a Grunster.
Why don't we go ahead and use a superior breakthroughs? Oh yeah, that's right. Radiant damage again.
If it ain't broke.
Well, someone's got to stop those freaking spawns from regenning. So.
God damn it! Spirit Guardians is too goddamn good. Sorry, please continue.
That's my action. That's what, half damage for all of them.
Yes, but most importantly, the vampire spawn can't regenerate, which they were about to their next turn. So, fuck them.
Alright, then I would move my spiritual weapon up and attack.
The Bone Knight is gonna, like, use a free action to point at you and say, I don't think I like you very much in common.
And
Good. Good answer.
And I'm gonna attack with a spiritual weapon.
Get him. Destroy him. 15 is going to hit.
Nice.
Whack.
And that's the end of my turn.
We have a vampire spawn. Who needs to make a wisdom saving throw? That's going to be a success. Still 11 damage. Yeah, is going to have to focus on. Is going to have to focus on crap. So that is going to be with advantage. Is going to try and bite you from behind. It misses. It will attempt again.
Ooh.
It misses.
Ooh?
Yeah, Grunt has an AC of 23. He's a grunt or not.
Jeez.
Jugger grunt, however you want to call that. He's a big mighty man with a big mighty plan. This Bone Knight is not taking that full 22 damage of radiant. Did not like that at all.
Oh, don't do
He's gonna have to back up over here. Think about what he's gonna fucking do. He is going to try and hit Grunt with a Crown of a Madness. It's going to be a Wisdom saving throw, Grunt. Spell save 14.
Oh.
I should probably just flash a genius stat then.
Oh.
That takes you over the top, and you are not compelled to the Bone Knight's command. Yeah, I think I don't really like you much at all.
Not the first time I've heard that either.
Which is going to prompt the Sorcerer Mummy to spend another 2 sorcery points to make a spell into bonus action. He has 4 remaining.
I'll make a dex save. Oh, never
What
mind.
the fuck? No. No, that's not what he's casting. Roll 20. What are you doing?
Are you sure? You rolled pretty damn good damage.
I did. That's not what he's casting. He's casting Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Well, fuck it. I mean, okay, so it's still a DC of 16. Grunt, and Botan and the Vampire Spawn need to make dexterity saves.
Are you keeping that image?
I am not keeping that damage. I'll be re-rolling it.
Okay. gonna need one of these from me anyway. Okay, Hunter Marks goes down. Rolled even.
Hunter Mark goes down. 36 damage.
Oh my god.
36 damage for Botan. If you have a reaction, maybe you have something.
Ah, this is lightning. It is lightning, yes. Thank you for being the smart one.
So that looks like it's going to be 18 damage for everybody,
And that
including the vampire spawn. He doesn't give a fuck.
that 3 lightning goes to my next attack.
Yes.
18, you said?
Yep.
Hunter's Mark still goes down. I just take less damage.
He is then going to hit Grunt with a Dreadful Glare. That's going to be a Wisdom saving throw against Grunt as you make eye contact with the Sorceress Mummy. If you fail by 5 or more, so 9 or lower, you become paralyzed. If you fail normally, you just become frightened. You make it. You are immune to the Dreadful Glare for the next 24 hours. Great news for you. Congratulations. Bad news for me. Because those Spirit Guardians are going to start doing some work, I reckon. Round 5, Botan. What are we?
Alright. With advantage, sharpshooter. The Spirit Guardians are there, so maybe let me rethink this real quick. I'll shift up to there. I got I don't know, I'm at a first level spell, so. I probably have some potions, don't I? Yeah, I got a potion upgrader. That's what I'll use my bonus for. Okay. Target him first. Still, I will sharpshooter. Actually, no, he's kind of weak. I don't think I'll need a sharpshooter this one. It's my first turn of combat. Where is my button I want to click?
26 is definitely going to hit. Let's see that damage.
Swarm, no Hunter's Mark, no superiority die. Maybe I should have sharpshooted. I rolled a 1. I will use my piercer to add 3 points of extra damage.
Very good. He dies.
Probably gonna come back, but that's fine. And then Bone Knight McTits is gonna be my second target.
Great.
This isn't gonna be juiced up, but he's kind of low. I will. He's probably gonna pass it, but I will push him away with a maneuver.
Okay. 23 is going to hit.
His DC is 17.
He is not going to pass it because he's going to die.
Alright, that's kind of the better alternative. So I did that. I will shift back down. Actually, do I want to? Maybe this is... Yeah, that's fucking... Yeah, there's nothing more I can do anyways to help Grunt not have advantage other than killing the vampire, which I didn't. So I am done. Oh wait, bonus! I have bonus! I want to drink a potion. Then I will be done.
Very good.
Greater is 4d4.
Plus 4, yes.
444.
444 through 14.
All right,
That's a
now
4
I
that hasn't fully grown up yet.
Now I am done. Sorry.
No, good turn. Good turn, good turn, good turn. Vampire Spawn does not have advantage anymore. Makes a wisdom save and that it fails. That's 22 damage, correct?
23 with my item.
23, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. That hurts. That hurts a fuck ton. So it's going to go for a bite. It does have advantage.
All right.
It's going to fail, and it is going to fail. And the one vampire spawn that tried to bite you looks over your shoulders to the other vampire spawn and says, I guess that's all for us, Tex. The other vampire spawn shrugs. Cecil, it is your turn.
Guess we're just gonna keep doing what we doing.
$18 is going to get one of your manacles unlocked. 24 is going to get the other one. You are no longer grappled.
Nice.
Action and bonus action dealt with. But I have movement.
Nice. I'm gonna roll off the altar and I'm gonna pick up the knife.
Very good.
And
You
that'll
can
be my
add-
turn.
You can add a +1 dagger to your inventory.
Hell yeah.
Glade!
All right. I'm just gonna go for it.
Fucking do it, man.
Let's go for. I'm gonna go for this one, the far one.
Hell yeah.
Sneak
Get her.
So the okay, never mind. I got it. We're good. Boop. Actually,
That's good.
and I would like to. I'm gonna burn a bardic and do psychic blades as along with it.
That is going to kill that vampire spawn. Within those spirit guardians, she is destroyed.
And we're just gonna. Let's go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Very good. Grunt, you know that as long as you don't move, this vampire spawn is going to die just due to your spirit guardians. As long as she doesn't like leave, like as long as you don't move too far out of. You're also no longer grappled, obviously. The walls on the north and end of the chamber begin to crumble as 3 mummified bodies erupt forth with a great and terrible fury. The first of them is immediately going to die. Leading to the second. Who is going to attempt is going to try and punch Cecil. me, that wasn't meant to be whispered. It was whispered, and I rolled a 12. So that is going to be a miss. Grunt, it is your turn.
Well, let us bonus action shift.
Indeed. Very good.
And then I am going to move.
Very good. Mummy's got to make some wisdom saving throws.
Oh, can I re-roll that damage? That Spirit Guardian's damage?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Huh?
5. I think that space in there messed up the syntax.
Yeah, I think it did too.
There.
25.
26.
26. Even better. 13 damage for the first mummy. The full 26. For the second, anything else for Grunt?
Yeah. I got an action here. Let's go ahead and Word of Radiance, I guess. It's 20 feet.
Very good.
So
Wow.
DC 18, 10 damage.
DC 18, 10 damage.
It's from my Maverick stuff. It's +2 to all cantrips.
Yes.
Well, the
How?
damage is from the item.
How tasty.
Nice.
Vampire spawn, dead.
Great success.
Is your DC 14? Thought it was higher.
My DC's 16,
16.
plus 2 more for the cantrip.
Right.
So the cantrip's 18.
Roll 20 is just not calculating that shit. Well, then both the mummies are going to fail and take that full 9.
10.
That full 10, pardon me.
They need to growl for each point of damage.
Got anything else for us, Grant? Oh, sorry, what was it?
Yeah, I actually moved a little bit so I could keep her in range, but now that she's dead, I'm gonna make sure my Spirit Guardians are on stupid mage.
Yeah, buddy.
And end my turn.
We got a mummy out here who is going to fail. Take a 25 damage, is immediately destroyed. We have a fella out here who's going to take 58 health. Come back to life.
Oh, you're so.
Immediately have to make a wisdom saving throw.
I hate this guy.
Fuck. Is going to take half that damage. Still does not like that shit. So you know what? He's going to move over here. And yeah. He's going to cast Dimension Door.
Oh. Damn.
Farewell, fuckers.
based on the verbal portion of it, can I ID what the spell was?
Give me an Arcana check. DC 14.
Nope.
Yeah, that's Dimension Door.
I think I would tell everybody. We know he's within 500 feet.
Indeed. Botan, what would you like to do?
Probably kill the last thing in this room, and unfortunately, not give Cecil a chance to show off his kit. Because I'm gonna bonus. I'm sorry. I'm gonna bonus action steady aim to gain advantage and target the mummy. Wow. My advantages are really weird. 17s.
You hit.
I don't
Impressive,
have
considering that the mummy's AC is 11.
Fine, the advantage. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to do this. There we go.
Uh, 33 damage. It's pretty fucking substantial. You blow a huge chunk of its center of mass off. Like one of its arms goes flying up the side of the room.
All right. I'm gonna be a bro. I end my turn.
Oh yes, very good. Cecil, it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna take a swipe at it with my new dagger. But Cecil's there, so that makes it. But Botan's there, so that makes it better.
Indeed. Roll a check for crit. Since you're flanking. Very good. How would you like to slay the mummy?
I just put that thing's dagger right through its head. And then I just start brushing myself off in my stupid little prisoner clothes.
Off your shoulder.
Indeed. Cecil? Cecil.
Seesaw to my bullies.
I will ask you to introduce yourself properly in a moment. However, your mark begins to glow like a furnace fire. It is painful. You don't take any damage, but it is painful, so much so that you drop to one knee. And then there's a flood of energy that comes from your dragon mark. Everybody in the party is going to heal all of their HP.
Oh.
And recover 4 spell slots.
Oh.
Wow.
Cecil, you and Theo would know that that kind of thing just sort of happens sometimes. Shouldn't count on it. But you have been taking a lot of damage over the past little while.
Dragon marks occasionally show up to save the day, just never when they're needed.
Cecil, please introduce yourself to the party. This colorful, eclectic bunch of weirdos.
Well, I was going to introduce myself with a Cure Wounds handshake, but since that's done, I just give a little housey bow with, well, don't you guys have perfect timing? I am Cecil Jarasco, Agent Jarasco.
Glade.
Just kind of.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was done.
I was gonna say, Glade will walk up to you, hold out his hand, and turn into as an action. Hello, I'm Cecil of House Jarasco. Nice to meet you.
Maybe that does
Ah,
work.
good to-
You offer your own hand for a handshake.
Jarasco, nice to meet you. How's trying to keep composure, but there's a little twitch in his eye with, what the fuck did I just get into? Can't not be polite though.
And I'm just gonna I'm just gonna stand next to him and just start mimicking him.
I'm gonna play into it. I'm like, darn, don't me and my new companions have great timing to save my own ass? What are you guys doing here anyway?
Apparently coming to
What am
save
I
your
doing here
ass.
anyway?
Yeah, do you have any idea where you are?
Well, I have a clue that I might still be in the same base that I was originally trying to break into, since those were, like, undead, but I was investigating. Well, I don't know if I should tell you that, but we must be very careful. We should get out of here. There's unliving nearby. Wait, Teddy,
Yeah.
wrong word.
Undying.
Undying, that's it.
Yeah, that,
There's a locked door to the north. Sorry, what was that, Botan?
I was just saying, there's a shitting sorcerer I have a vendetta against with, but I need a nap. I'm a little winded. I need a nap. And I'm going to look to both of the Cecils and be like, one of you did something that regained my health, so one of you can give me a nap too.
Glade's
Oh,
eyes.
we did nothing. Sometimes the dragon marks just do their own thing.
Dragon who?
Glade's eyes will just go gold. His hair will go gold and just and he'll like reach out and touch you. Open an eye. Is it working?
I don't know. I'm going to hold your hand and just go, "Ah!"
By the power of the house, I heal you.
I don't need healing. I need a nap.
Oh, well,
Are they always like this?
yes.
Mm.
Fucking love grunt.
So now that you have have a chance to better look around the room. This altar does have the symbol of the Emerald Claw, the handprint. It has been carved out, so it's like a hollow depression. The blood that you spilled, Cecil, you all can see that there isn't like a drain, but it seems to be like absorbed into the stone, like liquid on a sponge, just sort of seeps into it. There is a door in the northeast corner of this room. It appears to be locked, made out of wood with iron bands. There are two. There were two altars on the north and south of the room that have been blown open to reveal standing sarcophagi on the inside. That's where the mummies were. And on the eastern wall, there is a large portrait of a gorgeous elven woman, though her high cheeks are accentuated by this like curving pattern green scales, and she has horns coming from her brow that sweep backwards, not unlike a crown, and a mohawk like frill. Her expression is stern. She looks like she has just entered her womanhood, maybe 16 or 17. Though something in her emerald eyes are still tired. She is dressed in finery that is like clothing befitting a noblewoman from maybe roll a history check, but it is also bolstered with pieces of plate and armor, as if she is ready for battle. Botan, you estimate that this style of fashion and armor is as far back as a little under 1,000 years ago.
Just 1,000.
Like, we're talking ancient.
You said the portrait or this mural is like a 16-year-old elf?
Yep.
Would it? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just being a pervert.
Would it not be that far of a stretch to say this is probably the child of the dragon and the elf?
Probably not wrong.
Because, like, I think Player Cat knows that, but Botan probably doesn't.
I mean,
maybe.
Botan rolled the history on her 16 if you want her to come to that conclusion. You guys can make whatever assumptions you like. Come to whatever conclusions you think might be correct.
I'm gonna go with that. Well, do we keep going through locked doors, or are we gonna take a nap?
I'm good. If you want, I mean, we can take a nap. We can take a short rest.
I'm perfectly fine going as is. I don't need fighter shit, but fighter shit is fun. So a nap would be nice, but I don't need it. If you want to keep going, we can keep going. It is up to the party. You know what? We just got healed. Speaking as one fighter, I think if we get into another scrap, we can probably short rest after that.
Yeah, that works.
That way everyone can benefit from it, as in like health or something.
That's fair.
Do we want to go back out? And I saw that there might have been a couple doors that went down.
I want to go behind this locked door because I think fucky sorcerer shitty dick went behind this locked door.
Oh yeah, he's still around here somewhere. He's within 500 feet.
Yeah, I don't know where he is, but this locked door is in my way. Smart people do smart things, or else I'm just gonna shoot the lock, or the handle, or the thing.
By all means, be my guest. Might be faster that way.
Hey, you don't want to try to pick it?
Alrighty, I can pick it.
You want to check it for traps first?
Might as well. Boom.
There are no traps around this door.
Alright. Well, we shall.
Cecil, it appears that this group is not only capable in a fight, they seem to be in possession of skills that might synergize well with yours. Professionals, some might call them in certain circles.
I would hope so. I don't know how else I would get out of this by myself.
That'll be a thieves' tools check to try and open the door.
Actually, that should be with advantage.
No.
28 it is.
28. That should be with advantage.
Fuck. Don't care.
You get the
Going
door
this way.
open. You find an office. This looks pretty typical for a priest's office. There are holy symbols. There are texts and books and grimoires on the wall. None of them seem to be of particular import, but you might be able to grab some and sell some for a total monetary value of 160 gold. There is a dagger on the table that matches the one that Cecil now carries. In that it is a +1 dagger. There is also a locked chest. What appears to be a prayer book written in Elven. To the north, you see a pray altar. Locked chest. I think I mentioned the locked chest. As well as a ceremonial headdress that has a pair of horns that are meant to evoke a draconic visage. There's also a small closet containing a number of tools and oils and incense and other ritual items that don't by themselves have any particular value, but would be useful in, like everyday religious service.
I will, if everyone's okay, I will grab that +1 dagger.
I wouldn't use it, so go for it.
Should I hold on to both of them until we find my actual weapons, and then I'd be more than happy to give it back up?
Oh yeah, he's essentially naked, isn't he? He only has the one dagger.
Oh, well, I guess I can let you use it.
Trust me, I'm always better with both of my hands full.
Mm.
Who knows, we may find my other stuff in the chest, and this will be all for naught.
Oh yeah.
Is the chest locked?
The chest is locked.
All right. Traps.
You are not sure if there are any traps or not.
Okay. Thieves' tools, then.
Must be fine.
You successfully unlock the chest. And I would like a Constitution saving throw from Glade, Cecil, and Grunt with a DC of 60.
Whoop.
So close.
Cecil, we need a con save, brother.
Sorry, lagged.
No, that's fine.
I have a flat 10, so. And for some reason, the character sheet doesn't want to load.
That's gross. You all take 21 poison damage.
Oops.
Billowing out from the chest is a noxious green gas that rapidly fills the room, infests your lungs, and you feel a burning sensation from the inside out. Do you want to leave?
Can I take what's in? I want to try to grab as what I can before I run out the room.
You can try.
Well, dexterity or sleight of hand?
Constitution save.
Oh.
What's everybody else doing?
Well, I wanted to like grab, like kind of put my hand in the bucket and then run out, so or in the chest and run.
Okay, fair enough. Give me a sleight of hand.
Yeah, definitely not staying in the room. I wanted to just like, oh shit, grab what I can and leave.
Jesus.
What's Grunt doing?
I already got a big old lungful of it, didn't I?
You did.
I just hold my breath and try to drag the chest out.
The lady's starting to believe that this room is not going to be big enough.
Yeah, okay, you drag the chest out. The cloud, as long as you stay behind the chest, the cloud eventually dissipates. Okay, well, what you have in your hand, Glade, is an elaborate dragon talon sickle.
Ooh.
It functions as a +3 sickle.
How does a normal sickle function?
Sickles are light, aren't they?
They are.
It's a +3 sickle.
Yes.
Nice
They
sickle.
are light.
Very good. The rest of the treasure chest's contents include 2,908 gold worth of coinage. The actual coinage is assorted between platinum, gold, silver, and copper. It is coinage. Also, most of it comes from Erenol, and some of them are Galifars, some of them are Carnathi crowns. I'll get a screenshot. There's also a number of art objects. That include a gold bird cage with electrum filigree, 2 silk robes that are emerald in color with gold embroidery. On the back, they have the symbol of the Emerald Claw. A bronze crown that looks quite archaic, and a brass mug with jade inlay. The art objects altogether make 1,250 gold worth of value. Individually, each item is worth 250 gold. Altogether, that comes to a complete value of 4,158 gold worth of coins, art objects, and gems.
not bad for a little poison.
What's the art of?
The art?
Yeah.
Gold birdcage with electrum filigree, the ropes, the crown, and the brass mug. Those are all art objects.
Oh, art object.
Yes.
I was thinking like canvas paintings.
I guess there's the one on the wall over here, but you get the feeling that if you try to touch it, it'll start degrading rapidly, knowing your luck.
I see. I miss it.
It is very obviously quite old and carefully
Yeah.
maintained.
Yeah.
It might not survive the journey. And with that treasure in hand, you might want to be considering your next move, as it is time to call game for this evening. We are at that time, and it is quite late. Well done, everyone. I had a great time when we got into that fight. That fight was good, at least from my side of things. Especially when you guys started getting momentum and started fucking rolling that shit with Spirit Guardians. Still, that sorcerer, he's a fucko, eh?
He's annoying.
A big fucko.
I quite liked him. And I quite like our new party member. We haven't known each other long enough for anyone to have impressions on anyone else besides those first impressions. As for first impressions, is there anything in particular any characters are thinking about each other? Or about their situation?
Like, goddamn, she put some holes in that guy. I really don't need to piss them off.
It's okay. Right now I'm kind of neutered because I haven't had a nap.
Well, in that case, thank you very much for playing, everybody. I hope Sissel scratches that itch for you, Jex. Hopefully next game we'll be back with Party A. As far as I understand, that's the plan. But there's still plenty of this dungeon to go, and hopefully it is an interesting mystery for you guys, with some tasty story, hopefully compelling you forward. Do we have any questions or comments, concerns, anything of that nature that we'd like to share before we break for the week?
Not that I can think of.
Nope.
Doesn't sound like it. If anything comes to mind, you guys know where to find me. I appreciate you guys a lot. This group is one of my favorites. Top 5 at least. I'm gonna go. I am very hungry and getting very tired. But I appreciate you guys a lot, and I hope y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, have a
we'll see you
good
next
one.
week.